Hi there and welcome to my channel. Hey, this is Juanita. Today I'm going to be closing up my pergola. Now this is my small pergola. I have two pergolas. One's a large one and then I have the smaller one that actually is more my living area. Now before I get started, I just want to give you a little history of how this became what it is. Now this area here used to be my gardening area. But unfortunately, because I have this big, huge eucalyptus tree on top of me, it's too much shade for a garden, and it just tossed a lot of debris because this eucalyptus tree sheds a lot. The flip side to that is that the bark comes in handy to building fires because it makes great kindling. But it does throw a lot of debris down. So anyway, so when my gardening didn't work out, I decided to create a platform and make this my dining area. And that worked really great. Unfortunately, come fall, I had to put furniture cover over every chair, pile it all up on top of the table, cover it with tarps, and tidy it up so that it didn't get damaged over the winter months. And then I wasn't able to use it. So I decided that I was not going to do that anymore. So I hired somebody to build this small pergola around my tree, and so that I was able to put furniture here and be able to keep it without having to package it up every year. And so that's what and how this became my pergola. So then I decided that I was just going to go ahead and close it up. So rather than buying tarps at a local store or Home Depot, I decided to contact a tent maker to see if they could create some canvas walls for me. And sure enough, that happened. I mean, it's been quite a few years, but prices I'm sure have changed since then. But at that time, I think were probably around $300. Now, I had them custom made. So depending on what you want done with your canvas walls, is going to determine what the cost is going to be. Mine, I just had them put ties so that I could tie them around the posts. However, the one that's in front of me that I have, for that I decided I wanted a window. And the reason for that is because I face towards my yard and I wanted to be able to see out into my yard even in the winter time. On this far wall up here, I had a canvas wall done with a zipper, a two-sided zipper, so I was able to unzip it to come out and to come in. And so that has worked really wonderful. The only drawback was that I didn't have windows on this side, and so I can't really see my home and what's going on that side. So this year, I decided that I would have windows put in it. That's called a reworking. It's almost like building it, really. And she didn't quote me how much that is. I will let you know all that cost once next fall comes around and I close up this pergola, then I will talk about that. Unfortunately for me, by the time I got around to calling her, they were just too busy and they're not able to do it until December, and December is just too far out for me to enclose this pergola. So for this winter, again, I will just keep it with just a zipper. I will pin up the video so you can go catch it and see the canvas walls in more great detail. However, I will give you a roundabout at the end of the video so that you can see what they look like at that point. Now for this wall, last year I placed a plastic, and unfortunately that didn't work out. So this year what I did is I added a post to this far end, and I just drilled a couple holes to pin it up and put a couple of dowels through it that has a screw on the other side. And so it's nice and sturdy, and it's just sitting on a rock, but it's still really nice and solid. So this here, because I have now two posts on this side, I will be able to pin a clear plastic tarp. Now, one of the ways that I hang my tarps and my canvas walls, and we'll be doing this across here, is by just simply using this little hooks. And I don't know how well you can see that. But they're just really easy. I just glue them up to the top up here. I already have them in place. I never take them down. I also have them across there. Now this side here, at some point, I will have to put a lip over, but for now, I just kind of use clear packaging tape over on top of the tarp or the canvas wall, just so that the water doesn't run in. And so this side will be similar, but for now, I'm just going to go ahead and put this. I'm not going to take you through the part where I'm clearing stuff out. I'll skip that and then just move on to having this put up, and then I'll bring you back in, and then we'll put the outer ones out. So that's what I'm going to do today, and so I hope you enjoy this video. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification button so you catch me on all my videos. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'd love to hear your comments for a Q&A before the end of the year. Okay? Now, here is the tarp that I purchased, and I actually got it from Amazon, so if you're interested in that. And like I said, it's just clear. See how gracefully I can do this. And it just comes in a tube. And it's nice and packaged. Now it doesn't look like an 8-foot by 16-foot, and I'm hoping that that is what I got. But I'm just going to unravel this, and I'll show you the process of that once I've cleared this up. So I will see you in a bit. Okay, now that I kind of cleared out the furniture, I'm going to go ahead and take this off, because last year was a pain in the butt to put that plastic up. Probably a big reason why it didn't work out. Because this was in the way. Now I don't have a lot of space back here to maneuver, so I can just do the best that I can, but hopefully you'll be able to see the gist of it. So this is my grandson Dylan, and he's here for the weekend, so, and I'm keeping him from heading out to friends, so we got to do this quickly. Just need this picked up, or I can take it off the hook here.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, on this side. Okay.
Just kind of get down like that.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Oh, good. That was easy then. Perfect. And we'll just take this out of the way. So as you can see, there's debris here. This is what this eucalyptus tree does. And it does it quite often. It throws out a lot of bark, especially if I don't keep up with pulling it off. But it makes great kindling, so I kind of dry it up and save it. And then it broke off some branches. That doesn't happen all the time. It used to when it was a younger tree. This yard looked like it was a hurricane back here, and I constantly was picking up after it. But as it's gotten older, it's not as bad. But still, as you can see, there's still debris. So this one here is actually nice and clear. It's really nice and sturdy. I was hoping it had, I was hoping it would have white, but it doesn't matter. Black, white, cream color, doesn't matter. As long as it does the job. And hopefully, so this is probably 8 feet. So we're going to place this part. We're going to be hooking up this part with this rivets inside. I'm going to, can you hold this up? I just want to make sure that when I deal with plastic or clear stuff, my camera seems to get brighter. So let me see how I'm focused here. Okay, so this has, and we really don't need this cover tag. It's kind of like those bed tags or pillow tags. Don't need those. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hook these little, where'd I go? I'm just gonna hook these in the other side of the wall, and I'm basically holding it up like this. The whole purpose of it is just so that it keeps it in place like this, and it doesn't allow the canvas to slip out of it. Okay, so now that I'm going to place one over here and see how far over, I'm just going to go ahead and do this, and then I'll show you the end results. That was a little tough, and it did take two people, especially because I don't know how sturdy that fence is, and I just didn't want to end up in the neighbor's yard. And so now what I'm going to do is let him go, and then I'll walk you through the rest of it. So, love you, and I will see you soon, okay? Okay, so now that that's all done, and I absolutely love that this is clear because I can see right through there. And I will be putting back that decorative thing back up. Now there is areas that are exposed, but it's down further down in the bottom. This is going to be in the front of it. No one's going to see it. And really, with having some areas, this isn't going to be entirely closed. The whole idea behind putting something here is so whatever debris falls down there, or what rain gets blown in through the east side over this direction, it keeps everything even a little bit warmer in here and less debris in here over the winter months. But if you can think of something that would grow really nice back there, leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your suggestions and see what I can do next spring. So okay, so now what I'm going to do is nailing it down to this so that if it has any give, it doesn't blow all the way in. It stays in place. So I'm going to bring you up close so you can see that process. Hopefully you can see it through the plastic because there's no room on the other side to do it. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm not sure how well you can hear me, but I'm going to be using a washer and a nail, and then I'm going to be putting it in to the hole of the grommet and then nail it down in an angle. So this side here, there's cement right here. If you've seen my other video, I'll pin it up here. But I wasn't able to dig the post down into the ground because there is cement right here. And so it was really hard to stake it down, but I was able to wedge it down this way. And then again, I will put rope to fasten this around the post, but it's pretty good. It's overall really well done. And then I put the nails down in an angle all along here. Now these stones right here have to stay here because it kind of helps that wood piece that I have hanging here from swaying too much back and then pulling this out. But I step over, but you can see I fastened it all along, right along here. Now this area right here is that opening, and it does have the grommet, so I can tie a rope around that just to secure it a little bit more. It's not going to cover that hole, but it'll at least secure it. And I will nail right up here. So what I did on this side is that I just nailed it to the tree. Now I don't know how healthy that is for the tree, but I do need to fasten one more nail here, and then secure this one here, and that'll be done. So yeah, so not a lot of space back here, but it does get some filtered light, so I could do some hostas back here. And let me show you the top part before I forget. So up there I nailed it to the tree. I nailed it right there and secured it there, and then I put those hooks all the way up. As you can see, then it's not going anywhere. Okay, so it's completely cleaned out now. It's really nice and tidy, but you can't see that there's even a tarp back there at all. It's beautifully nice and clear. I can see out. I won't feel claustrophobic in there. Now, I don't have an awning over the overhang in that side, so what I did is just tape some duct tape on the very top just to hold it in place. That way, if it blows out and it's raining and windy, the rain doesn't fall in. And so it's really nice, and this time I think it's going to stay even if I didn't put ropes around it. Now I haven't done that yet. I will do it another time. I'm not going to take you through that. I just wanted you to see what it looked like when it was up and see the process of putting it up. Now this is a very budget way of doing something like this. I think that plastic is 8 by 16, and I paid probably $105 for it. And I got it in Amazon. I'll link it down where I got it. I'm not getting any revenue from it, but at least you'll have that information of where I got it. They have other varieties. They have them in white as well. But this is a really great solution. At least it's not costing quite as much as if you had a custom-made canvas. I mean, the tarps are really great because they're made out of Umbrella material. They're fire retardant. They're dirt resistant. They hold up really nicely. They're fade resistant, and they're really the tarps that you make outdoor tents with, where you can actually have a burning wood stove inside. So it's pretty durable. I would love to have it for that wall, but this year, being that I was on a budget, this works perfect. So yeah, now the rain, when it rains and I don't have the walls, if it's calm and it's raining, it doesn't get wet in here. It may rain up to about right here. This part will get wet. Everything else stays nice and dry, and it probably will be about a foot in on the other side, but basically it stays really nice and dry here. I don't know what that was. And I don't have to cover my furniture. I can come in here in the winter time, and which I will be planning on doing that, because if you noticed, I moved my wood stove over onto the other side because I'm going to be restoring it so that I can put it here. So yeah, and the nice thing about having this stone done the way I did it, where I just used these small landscaping stones. What's nice about it, as you notice, it's all wet right now. It's because I sprayed washed it. And What's nice about it is I can spray wash it because this rug here is made out of recycled plastic and it's porous. So I can just wash everything down and all the water seeps down to the ground. So nothing, there's no collection of water anywhere when I do that. And that makes it really nice, especially because I have chickens and the chickens tend to poop up here. So it's nice to be able to spray it down as needed. So yeah, so now it's nice and tidy. I'm gonna get these walls up. And again, I'm just using these little hooks to pin it up. Because there's actually cement because of the post, but I got it down far enough where it's nice and taut. Now, will it still blow in? Yeah, but it's not going to go any further. In fact, it's going to go less than what it would normally. So, it's all good. Just having these canvas walls up, oh my gosh, and having that back wall with that plastic tarp, it is nice and cozy here. Even though this is open and I have a crack open on the other side, this will still stay nice and cozy where I can come out here, and once I get that wood stove going, having this being open ain't gonna make any difference. I may still add something on the top. We'll see, but for now it is what it is. It's what it's always been, and it's still, this area is still an area that you can utilize all winter long. Your furniture is all protected, and that is the best part of this whole thing. It's just that you can enjoy it and be able to enjoy it with clean furniture. So yeah, I really love it. So now I'm going to tie these up, and to this post here and to this post. I'm not going to bore you with that. I'll show you after it's done, and then I'll give you a nice little tour. Okay? So as you can see from the opening, it's great. And again, the ground is wet because I just washed it down. Otherwise, it wouldn't be wet in here at all. My lights from my last video. And again, I did double lights in the center. Now, a couple lights did go out. Looks like one right there and one right over here went out. But they're easy to replace, so that's no big deal. But look. Do you see how you can see outside? Forget this side here. But see how you can see out? This is why having a window is so nice. And it's just going to be great. I'm just so happy, without a doubt. And now that I have that plastic up there, it actually looks like I don't even have anything there. So that's really great. As far as this opening right here, I will see if I can't order another one of these to put right in this corner here. And yeah, see how that works out. Because debris can still come in through there. As far as this part goes, you can see my big pergola, so it cuts a lot of the wind out from this opening. I've never put anything in here. Now last year when I looked in here, there was a lot of snow in here. So I probably will put something up. I just got to figure out what I can put up there once I put the wood stove up. But until then, this will continue to stay exposed. So isn't this wonderful? I just absolutely love it, and I'm so glad that I thought of doing the canvas walls because for a long time I never put the canvas walls up. I just had this in the winter. But even without the canvas walls, or even having that, that was a thought last year to do. It really wasn't a thought that I had ever done before. So, but now that that's up, it really keeps us nice and cozy and warm. I feel nice and warm, and I'm not out there. And it just keeps your furniture, you know, from all the elements, and I love it because this is just a nut. Because this, I'm stuttering here, but this is just another great place to hang out in the winter. And I cannot wait to bring you in here this winter while I'm doing stuff on my wood stove and bring you in for a nice cozy fire. And you know what? If these work great this winter, I probably won't even make me a canvas wall for this wall, because that works out great. Let me know what your comments are about that below, because yeah, I just love hearing from you guys, and let me tell you, I really appreciate you so much. My channel wouldn't be a channel without you, so thank you. I want to put that out there. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, but more importantly, you guys, get up, get out, get active. Do some tarps on your walls. You know, do a plastic tarp on your wall. Anything that'll enclose it to stay nice and cozy and just enjoy your space still in the winter is fantastic. So don't forget to do something out there. Even if you just go for a walk, just get active. Okay? Okay. Mwah! Love ya. I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye-bye for now.